Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of robertoblake.com helping you create something awesome today. So today we're going to talk about personal branding, and we're going to talk about whether you use your actual name or you come up with a new brand name or a company name for your brand, and why I think the real answer is that maybe you do both. So one of the things I decided to do early on was I decided to brand myself around my name, Roberto Blake. There were a lot of reasons that I did this. One, I definitely wanted to establish who I am before I decided that I wanted to establish a company. Because from my point of view, what I wanted people to be invested in me and then support anything that I do and that I spin off. Whether it's this YouTube channel, whether it's another business, whether it's an online magazine, whether it's a podcast. I want people who are personally invested in me, respect me as a subject matter expert, respect what I'm doing, to also invest in anything else that I do moving forward. Some people do this the other way. A lot of people want to put the business first. They want to disassociate themselves from it, and that's fine too. There are a lot of people who don't want things tied to them for a very specific reason and would rather have it under the moniker of the business and they be the operator behind the scenes. It's a matter of what your comfort level is and what your objective is. I know that we all have a personal brand and that it matters and that reputation matters, and I wanted to leverage my reputation and my experience in my favor down the road for the long game, so I wanted to really build that thoroughly first. I also wanted the ability to use that to be able to work with other businesses and companies in the future on my name and reputation and just be a Google search away. That was something that I felt would be very important in the long term. It's worked out very well for me, and so I established that personal brand. Now, on the other hand, building out companies and other brands and other things, such as what I'm doing with the podcast, what I'm doing with other things in social media, plans that I have later about maybe 2 years down the road for an online magazine, spin-off channels that are super micro niche channels that I plan to launch but not be the face of. Those things are things that will benefit from my personal brand and my reputation in the future. But if it wasn't that I was going to do that, then I would go another way. If I was the kind of person that had a lot of people working behind the scenes instead of being a one-man band, then maybe I would do it in a different way. It really just depends on what your circumstances and what your situation is. The reason I think that both are valuable is because they tend to be. We care about people a lot more than we care about a logo. It's become more important as time goes on for me to put my face out there and for people to react and resonate with a human being and get comfortable with me as an individual than a logo or a monogram. And so I think that that's the direction that things are heading. I think that social media and video marketing and live streaming and all of these things are pushing us in that direction to where we're much more comfortable with people than we are with logos and brand names. It's not to say that those things aren't valuable and that as you scale, they aren't important. They are, but I think in combination that they work better together than they do individually. But again, that's my perspective and opinion on it. In terms of coming up with a name, I know it's something that a lot of you struggle with. The thing is, I think about the naming conventions of things based on what you want to be associated with, what your taglines or catchphrases are, what you've already associated with your brand. If you're a personal brand, I mean, that's where I derive it from. But you could do the opposite. You could come up with a company name and then incorporate that into your regular language that you use as an individual. Some people do that. So I just think it comes down to what best fits your circumstances, your personality, the way you think, the way you communicate, and what you think is going to resonate most with your target audience. My goal and objective is to educate and motivate people, and I know to do that you have to be a motivational figure. You also have to be an effective teacher. You have to be clear and concise with your information, but you also have to be a little bit entertaining and funny, and I find that I do that better being laid back and very open with people and very relaxed and calm than if I were to try to present in a much more buttoned up fashion. It's just not something that is comfortable for me. I can be confident in, I can present well enough, and I've done it in my corporate life, but it's not something that I enjoy as much, and my passion translates a lot more when I'm being direct and personable with people. So again, you just gotta find your fit, find your groove, and let it work for you. Don't try to go against the grain of who you actually are or what you think is appropriate in the context of what you're doing. Make what you do naturally work for you instead of against you. At least that's my advice. Anyway, if you still have questions, leave those in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, I give advice like this all the time, each and every week in the Create Awesome Community newsletter. So you can sign up for that at robertoblake.com/newsletter. Link is in the description and in the annotation. Also, you'll get my free ebook, the 7 Points of Personal Branding Mini Guide. Might actually help you in defining your personal brand and figuring out your communication strategy. So definitely check that out. Also, there are a ton of resources in the description and a lot of this stuff is free. So don't overlook that. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.